Hey everyone, welcome back to Groceries app part 2 video. So in this video what we are going to do, we are going to simply build this UI. In fact, I'll show you that. If you see here, in fact, I'll open this. So if you see here, we are going to build this UI and later we are going to add this functionality as well. Like what type of functionality, I'll tell you. So we are going to create user's account using Firebase authentication. So this will be more interesting video. Please don't skip this video and watch till the end, so you will get better understanding. If anyone haven't watched the part 1 video, I have explained in detail. Please go and watch it, so you will get better understanding. One more thing, if anyone want to help me, so you can buy me a coffee. I'll provide the link in description. If anyone haven't subscribed my channel, please do subscribe, like and share with your friends. So yeah, that's all for it. Without wasting time, let's start the video. So first what we are going to do, let's check like how much we have completed till okay, let me open the app here. If you see right now we are showing user a splash screen of 2 seconds. Later we are directly navigating to sign up. So now what we are going to do, we are going to simply build this UI first. Later we will add the functionality. Okay, so first thing what I am going to do is let me open this. So open the app.js. So like every time whenever we render the app, we don't want to waste time like a splash screen, let us sign up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply call my initial route name will be sign up only, so that whenever we render, we will directly navigate to sign up only. Okay, so for this reason I'm using initial route name. Okay, perfect. So I just gave the sign up name here. So simply close this app.js and let's open the sign up here. And let me open the emulator as well. And yeah, if you see right now sign up was called. Perfect. Let's check the UI first. Let me open this. Basically, in fact I'll draw boxes so that you will get better understanding. So basically this will be my one component, and this will be my, in fact I'll remove this. Basically this will be my one component. In this component there are sub boxes basically. So first what we are going to do, we are going to add this image first. Later we are going to implement this box. Okay, so let me remove this. So first we are going to add this image. So first what we are going to do, in fact I'll take a safe area view. Safe area view, so that my text everything will be in exact safe area position. And let me import this as well, safe area view basically. Okay, I have imported as well. Right now see, there is no changes. Why I am using safe area view means, so in some devices what happens is that, so this text, whatever the content we have added, it will overlaid on status bar. If you see right now we have status bar, right? Sometimes it will overlay on status bar. So for this reason I'm using status bar, safe area view. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply style it first. Let's give flex 1 so that it will occupy the whole space, and let me give background color as well. Background color I'll call my colors dot secondary. If you see, nothing but I just gave a white color, plain white color. Okay, in fact I'll close this as well. Let me reduce this and format this. Okay, perfect. So first thing what we are going to do, in fact I'll open this. If you see, I have a status bar, but that status bar color was white. If you see here right now, the status bar color was black, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply call first status bar here. Status bar. If you see, perfect. So next, what was the step? We have to add this image. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, let me remove this and I'm gonna take a scroll view. Why scroll view means, in fact I'll explain in detail. Assume that my phone screen was still here only. So what about this content, like already have an account, this will be cropped down, right? So for this reason what I'm using scroll down, so that what happens is that even if user can able to see this much also, he can easily scroll that and he can easily view this whole screen. Okay, perfect. I hope you got it right. So for this reason I'm using scroll view here. Make sure that you have to import from React Native. So let me give styling as a going to do. I'm going to simply style this scroll view first. Flex one same. I'm giving it. It has to occupy the whole space here. And what I'm going to do. Okay. First thing, let's add an image first so that you will get a better idea. And let me import this from image React Native. And let me format this. Okay. So now we all know this source, and my image in right now it's in project only. So for this reason I'm using require. If our image is in, we are getting from through network or through from Google like this, we have to use URI. Okay, make sure that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply call this dot 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 slash assets, my image in assets folder. In fact I'll show you that as well. In assets, this was my image main icon.png. okay, it will take some time to load. If you see here, my image got loaded. Okay, I'm going to call that image name exact main icon.png. if you see, my icon is visible. But the thing is, if you see right now, image was exactly in center position, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply even if you see, in fact for better understanding, I'm going to say simply pass the style here, so that background color, I'm just for better visibility only I just added. Okay, background color. So what I'm going to do, I want this box, red color box in exact center position. How can we achieve that? We can achieve that through align items base color row. I'm just making it as center. And let me format this and let me open this app. Sorry, my mistake. In fact, I have to align item means what are the items in this view box so that it will align in center. But right now there is only one element, right? So I have to use align self basically. If you see exactly, this box just moved to exactly center position in row direction. Okay, so I'll remove this background color as well, just for visibility check only. I just added that background color. And if you see from status bar, there is some margin right from top. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply add a padding in scroll view, so that in fact you can use style margin from here as well, like you can pass margin top 30 like this as well, no issues. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass the padding top. What does padding top, or what was in fact few members have doubt, like what was the difference between margin and padding? So basically when it comes to margin, it gives the from the outside. Let's consider it as a box. So if you pass the margin of like certain, like top left right margin, top margin right margin left, means it will it will take space from outside. When it comes to padding, it will take space from inside. Okay, perfect. So padding top, let's check the UI. I guess padding top, we gave 30 here. I guess it will be fine. Yeah, in fact we can increase later. Okay, done. So first box was done. So what was the next thing? Basically we have added this element successfully. Perfect. So next what we are going to do, we are going to add this whole thing. Okay, so for this what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply take a view here. In fact, let me open the emulator. In this view, before that, if you see, there is some padding right from left side and right side. In fact, I'll draw this. There is some space from here and here, and that too equal space, right? So for this reason, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass padding horizontal. Nothing horizontal means left and right, it will give some padding from inside. Okay, style padding horizontal 20. Okay, so we have passed padding horizontal here, so you can't see any difference here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply add a text here just for visibility. Okay, if I give text hello here, see there is some padding right 20. If I remove this, let's see. I hope you got it. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply let's check the UI here. So in this box there is a text, right? Sign up. So first let's add the sign up text here. And one more thing, there is some space from this icon to, in fact, let me scroll up from icon to this box. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass some margin here. Margin top as 50, so that we'll get 50 margin. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply add a text sign up. Okay, let's pass the styling. If you see this text somewhere, font size will be have to increase font size and boldness and color as well. So let's pass styling here. Style color mic colors dot third. So basically it's a black color. Let's check. In fact, in utils we have stored it, right? Okay, black only. Let me close this. My color stored. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply increase the font size. So let's pass 24 or 25. I guess 24 will be better. And font weight, let's pass 500. It's not that much bold. Let's check. I guess, yeah, this will be perfect. So in fact, let me remove this. So there is a text, enter your credentials. Let's add this as well. What was the text? Enter your credentials to continue. And let's check the UI. If you see, this text is in gray color and that too small. Okay, so let's style this as well, this text. Style. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass font size as 16 and font. Let's reduce the font weight. Let's give 400 here. And color of gray. And one more thing, what I'm going to do here, if you see there is some space, right? Margin nothing but top. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pass some margin top of 10. Okay, this will be perfect. Done. Let me format this. If you see, these are the stylings I have passed to this text. So now, okay, we have added this as well, and let me remove this. If you see, there is a text here, and after this text there is a text view here, nothing but text input. Okay, what I'm going to do, same way I'm gonna take a text here, name will be user name, so let's pass the styling as well for this text. So font size will be same, I'll keep it as 16, and font weight will be 500, and color will be gray. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass some margin top here. Why I'm passing margin top? If you see in UI, there is some space right from this to here. So for this reason, I'm just passing the margin top. I have passed 40. It's up to you. You can pass 50, 20. It's up to you. Customizations. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a text input here. So before that, I'm going to import from the React Native text input. Same way, just take a text input. Right now you can't see this because it was empty, but if I click on this, if you see, I'm typing here, it's taking some text, right? But there is no border, these things and all. So for this reason, you can't see this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply style it. So I'm going to pass a border color. It will be gray only. So I'm going to simply pass E3, E3, E3. It's just a light gray color. And we have to pass border width as well, nothing but border thickness, that line thickness. Okay, border thickness, sorry, border width basically. Let's pass 2. If you see, the box was visible, right? But in this UI, if you see in UI, there is a line, but not it's here, just that line exactly in bottom only visible, right? There is no other borders from top, left, right. So for this reason, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass border bottom only. If you see, we got a border bottom only, right? Line. Now it's visible as well. I can type here as well. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, there are few parameters we have to pass. And in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass font size as well. I have to increase that font size to 16 or 15. It's up to you. Not this. If I click on this and if I type, you can, it's visible, right? Text before comparing to previous. So let me format this first. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass some margin top. $15 or $20, it's up to you. See, I got some space here. That's it. And now what type of text input it is. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say keyboard type. So basically it's a name. In fact, let's check what are the parameters available here. Basically it's a name phone pad, like I'm going to pass it as name. Basically we are taking the user, from user we are taking the name only, right? So for this reason I'm just taking this. If you see right now, this keyboard. But if I say number, you can easily see this number pad. If you see, numbers only available here. So for this reason, what I'm going to pass, I'm going to simply pass a name phone pad basically, so that it will be text only. And in fact, if you see, there is no limit. It's like a user can able to type more, right? If you see, this text is still going on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass the limit here. How can we pass that? There's a parameter called max length. We can pass till I'll say 9, so that user can able to type till 9 only. If you see, in fact I'm typing here 0 1 0 0 0 till 9. After 9 it got stopped, and user cannot able to type after 9. Okay, I hope you got it. Okay, next what I'm going to do, same way, even if you see this everything was same only, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy this text and text input and paste it below, and we'll do some modifications like a pass, like pass. If you see, so it's scrollable, right? So that's why we have added scroll view, so that we can able to see the whole UI here. So now let's quickly change these things. In fact, I'll remove this. If you see, there is an email here, and we need to change in text input as well. So let me go up. So basically this was my starting point, right? I'll gonna simply say just for separation only. Okay, in fact I'll comment this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply type it as email here. See, email. And in fact I'm going to remove this max length. There is no limit for max. It's like an email for email. I don't want any limit here. And in fact name phone pad, I'm going to email address, give it as email address, so that we can get @ these things options as well. Okay, perfect. So next will be my password here. And we need to do some modification for password. We'll do that later. So next, in fact I'll check the UI here. Okay, there are basically 3 only. So I have guess I have pasted one more time again. So in fact I'll remove this format, and if you see, basically there are 3 only. And one more thing, in fact this much of space I don't want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass 30 here, image. This will be enough. Yeah. So next what I'm going to do, I'm gonna, if you see here in UI, basically in password, this text, there is an option called I symbol, right? Like where user can able to see and tick uncheck, and he can able to see his password, or like those options. I hope you got it. We can toggle that as well. Before that, I'm gonna simply pass. If you see right now my text was visible, right? There is a property here. Let's come to this text input, like password text input. In fact I'll remove this max length as well, and in fact in phone keyboard type, I'm gonna, let's check what was the available parameter. I'm gonna simply pass this, and in fact my password length will be not more than 9, so I'm gonna not more than 6. So I'm just passing the max length will be 6, where user can able to type till 6. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, there is a secure text entry, and I'm going to pass it as true. If you see right now my text was hidden, right? Dots. Even if I type here, in fact I'll remove this text, and even if I type here also, I cannot see this text. In fact I'm gonna increase this text size as well. Let me pass 17 here, font size. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply take a view here. Basically below text, I'm going to take a view. I'll tell you why I'm taking view here. Okay, I'm gonna simply cut this text input, password text input, and I'm gonna paste it here. That's it. And let me reload this. So directly it will load. There is no changes, right? Perfect. So why I took view here means, if you see, basically there are two components, right? In fact, I'll draw this. From here to here, this will be my one component, and this will be my second component. Basically, if you see here, how many components we have here we have two components, right? This was my basically text input, and this was my icon here. So for this reason, I took a view here. What I'm going to do, and that too, it's in row direction, right? So for this reason, I took a view here, and in fact, these stylings, everything, I'll pass that to view. Style, and pass this stylings here. Format this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna, in fact, I'll show you this. I'll pass the background color so that for text input, if you see right now, this much of space, it just occupied my text input here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply reduce that using flex, that space width, nothing but I'm going to pass 0.9 here. Let me format this and let me reload this. In fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this. In fact, I'm gonna reduce this to 0.8. Let's check. There is no changes. Okay, before that, what I'm going to do, if you see in UI here, basically they are in row direction, right? So first let's pass this stylings here. Flex, direction will be row, and there are two components, right? So basically justify content, say space between. Let me format this and let me reload this. If you see, we got our space. In fact, I don't want this much of space, so I'll increase as well. I'm gonna pass 0.9 here. Okay, this much of space was enough for icon here. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna quickly add icon here. So how can we add that? Right now I'm using Expo, okay? Expo project. If you're using React Native React Native project, you can use React Native icons, but right now I'm using Expo icons. So for this reason, I'm gonna simply go to Expo icons here and simply search for I basically. So let's check for fact, what I'm gonna do, is there any similar icon? Let's check in UI here, what type of icon. Okay, in fact, I'll remove this. Okay, it's an outline icon. Let's search for outline icon only. Okay, we have two. Okay, what I'm going to do, I have outline basically. Let me copy this, import the icon family here, and simply paste it here, and let me copy this as well and simply paste this after text input here. If you see, we got our icon, and let me format this, and we need to pass a parameter called align item so that it will maintain the equals positions here. And in fact, I'll remove this background color red just for visibility purpose only. I have added that. You see, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, we need to toggle this. Like right now, secure text entry was true only, but when user clicks on this, we need to toggle this. How can we do that? It's simple. So let me take use state here. So make sure that we need to import from React okay, not React Native. Okay, so syntax will be use state. I'm using snippet here. So is visible, basically it's an boolean value it will take, is visible. Right now I'm taking, so initially we don't want to show that password to user, right? So for this reason I'm taking true only here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass this to secure text entry. Is visible here. If you see, there is no difference. But what I'm going to do, like user clicks on this, we are going to toggle that. How can we do that? This icons only, right? Whenever user clicks on this icon only, we need to toggle that. Like if we click on this icon, we are going to make it false, we are going to make it true, like this way. So what I'm going to do, basically there are two icons we need to show, right? So before that, what I'm going to do, on press, there's a property. In fact, I'm taking an arrow function here, and in this arrow function, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply change that state there. How can we change? We need to toggle, right? So for this reason, toggle. So what was the initial value here? True only. Okay, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, whenever we click on this, if you see, it's true. It's become false, so it's visible. But if I click on this again, it becomes true. So nothing but on off like that switch. Okay. So there are few changes as well. We need to toggle using this. Like what we gonna do? We need to change this icon as well. Okay. How can we do that? In fact, I'm gonna write a condition here. Let me take for Java. To write JavaScript in JSX, we need to use curly braces. Okay, we all know this. In fact, I'm gonna use this name. Where was this? Okay. I'm gonna use this name here, basically. Okay, let me copy this whole line, paste, and I'm going to use only this name. Basically, these icons are from Ionic icons, right? We already added that import line, so no use. We can use this, okay? So my condition will be if visible. In fact, I'll open this. Is visible double equals true. I'm using ternary condition. We are going to show this icon, but if it's not, if it's false, then in fact I'll paste this here. Okay, now see here, if I click on this, it's visible, right? In fact, our icon also changing. Perfect. So that's we going to do this toggle thing. Okay, you see my text is visible also. Perfect. So password thing also done. So next, what was the functionality? Let's check the UI here. Okay, this was done. Basically, you see here, after this text input, there is a text, right? Like we are going to add this thing. There is some text, and in fact, we didn't have any terms of services to show to user. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass it as a text only. I'm going to simply take a text here. In fact, I'll close this view. So simply take some space, and I'm going to simply take a text here. Basically, in this text, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply add this whole text. In fact, I'll remove this by continuing. You agree something this text has, right? Let's pass the text by continuing. You agree. What was the text? You agree to our terms of service and privacy policy. Okay. To our terms of service and privacy policy. Perfect. Done. Let's check the UI here. If you see, there is some space from top. there is some space from top, and in fact there is some space between these two lines as well. So what I'm going to do, and in fact this line was ending here only, it's not from till here. Okay, so how can we achieve that? We can achieve that through using width. So let's pass the styling here. So before that, how many lines of there? In fact, number of lines will be 2. So what happens with number of 2 lines? Even if the screen is slow, even if the screen is small also, if the text becomes 3 only, it will directly do that dot 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 thing, so that it won't overlap and it won't break that UI. Okay, so for this reason I just give number of 2 lines only. After 2 lines, it will simply show the text in dots form. Okay, perfect. So now let's go to text. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass a font size of 14 here, and font weight of 400, and color will be black. But let me format this. And margin top, there is a margin top, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass margin top of 15. And if you see in UI here, there is some spacing, right, from between text. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass that letter spacing. There's a proper parameter called letter spacing. You can pass the space between letters as well. So I'm going to pass 0.6 or 0.7. It's up to you. Let me format this letter spacing. And next, I'm going to pass a line of height. Basically, I'm going to pass a 25 or 30. Let's reload this first. In fact, I'll remove this. If you see, we have added line height, right? So for this reason only, we got some space here. In fact, I'll show you that as well. If I remove this line height, see the difference. If I remove this line height, see, text got attached to the upper line, right? So for this reason, let me add this first. So we got some space here. So we have added letter spacing as well. If I remove this, let's see here. See, it just got attached to that, right? So for this reason, I have added this as well. Now, perfect. And next, what we are going to do, if you see, this text was ending at after, not before I symbol only, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass the width here, so that width, consider it as an 5%. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass, it has to occupy 95% width only. So if I reload this, let's check. See, exactly before I symbol only, it took 95% only. Consider it as an 5%. Okay, perfect. So now let's see the UI here. Basically, let me remove this. If you see, this text is in black color only, but it's like a light gray comes under. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass opacity here, so that we can reduce the text color. Basically, I'm going to say simply 0.7. Let's check. Okay, 0.7 was perfect. Done. We have added this as well. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply create a button here. So how can we create that? We can use touchable opacity. So let me minimize this. Touchable opacity. Basically, it's a button with more properties. Opacity. Import from React Native. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, basically this was my text, right? For this, simply take a touchable opacity, and let me open this. In fact, I'm gonna close this as well. Okay. In touchable opacity, there is a text, right? What was the text here? If you see, sign up, basically. Okay, we are going to add that SIGN sign up, basically a button. Right now you can't see the text, that button color. What we are going to do first, let's pass the styling to touchable opacity, so that we can, background color will be my colors, so dot primary. Now button color was visibility, right? Visible, nothing but. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass margin from top, margin top of 30, so that we can get some space from top. And let's pass the height as well, button height. I'm passing 70 here. And border radius, if you see in UI here, there is a border curve, right, from 4 sides, top, left, right, bottom, these 2 sides, right? So for this reason, I'm just passing the border radius of, let's pass 20. And in fact, I'll format this. You see, these were the stylings I have passed to touchable opacity. Perfect. So what I have to do now here, so I have to show this text exactly in center position from row wise and column wise. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass justify content as center, and same way align items also as center. If you see, this text exactly in center position. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass some stylings to sign up this text here. Basically a font size of 19, and color will be my colors dot secondary, basically a white color. And in fact, it's a button as well. Even if I'm clicking as well, in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass on press, so that you can able to see it's working or not. I'm just passing the console.log, press. Okay. Let me drag this up, and if I click on this, see, press, it's working, right? Perfect. So now what I'm going to do here, and there is some stylings left. Okay, let's increase the font weight as well. Font weight of 500 will be fine. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we have added button as well. So what next? Let me remove this. So for the first time after splash screen, we are directly navigating user to sign up only, right? So what if user already existing user? How can he go to login? Means we can simply pass here login. Okay, instead of sign up, we can simply show the login here button, basically a text button. Whenever user click on login, we are directly navigate that user to login screen. Okay, perfect. So basically this will be a box here. In fact, basically this will be of one box here, and in one box there are 2 text here, basically, right? Nothing but 2. You can consider it as 2 components here. So this will be my one text, and this sign up login will be my one text. Okay, but this will be my button. Okay, so how can we do that? In simple, take a view here, basically a box. I'm taking a box here for better understanding. Text, what was my text here already? Let's see the text. Already have an account, right? Have an account and question mark. So what I'm going to do here, let's pass the style to text here. Font size of, let's pass 16 here. I guess, yeah, this will be perfect. And if you see, it is exactly center position, right? In fact, I'm going to take a text here and paste it here, and let me pass login now. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass styling to this. Let me pass 15 here, and color, text color will be main color, right? So my colors dot a primary color. See, and one more thing, let's increase the font weight boldness as well of, let's say, 16 for 600. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass this style to this main box here. In fact, flex direction of row, cause those styles in row direction, right? So for this reason, I have changed the flex direction to row direction. Perfect. Okay, so let me reload. In fact, let me open this again, app. If you see, perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass this to justify content will be center and align items also center. And in fact, I'm going to format this as well. So these are the stylings I have passed it to main box, okay? Basically this box, this black color box, okay? If you see right now it's in exact position. And one more thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass some margin here, top from top, so that margin top of 20. See, this was my main box, right? In this main box we have two children, basically these two text, okay? And one more thing, we need to pass some gap here. If you see, how can we pass the simply gap of a 5? Yeah, we got some gap between these two text here, perfect. And this will be our button, right? In fact, what we're gonna do, on press, there is a property in on press this as well. So here I'm gonna simply pass a clicked, nothing but, okay? Let's check here, nothing but I have passed the on press parameter to login now text, okay? If I click on this, see, clicked, it's working, right? It's printing as well. But my suggestion is to don't use on press in text, okay? Instead of simply wrap this text using touchable opacity just for better performance. Sometimes text user have to click exactly on login now text only. If he doesn't click on some outside like that, it won't work. So for this reason, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply cut this text here and simply paste it inside wrapping. I'm just simply wrapping this whole text in touchable opacity. If you see right now, if I click on somewhere also, it will work fine, right? But when it comes to text button, what happens is that a user has to exactly click on that particular text only, then only it will work. I hope you got it, right? Perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply on press select just to check. I have just in touchable opacity, we all know that on press functionality. So I have created a on press functionality here, and I have using console.log clicked functionality here. If let's check is it working fine or not. If I click on login now here, see, clicked, printing, okay? So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply nav this. Whenever user clicks on this login now, we have to navigate this user to login. How can we do that? Simple. Let's const nav equals, we have installed the packages, right? Use navigation, I'm using that package only. Make sure that we have to import this use navigation. Okay, in fact, I'll drag this to down. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass snap.navigate. Which screen we have to navigate to user. So open the app.js here. If you see, log in this. Make sure that we have to pass the exact name here. So for this reason, I'm just copying this name here and simply pass this name here. That's it. And if I click on this login now, you can see user able to navigate it to login screen, right? Perfect. And let me click on back here. And let's check the UI. What else we left with? In fact, I'm gonna drag. See, we built the whole UI here. Okay, perfect. So that's all for it. If you find this interesting, please do subscribe, like and share with your friends. So in next video, we are going to add functionality to that sign up screen, and we are going to build UI as well in next screen. Okay, in next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in next video. Bye bye now.